Does the Finance Minister believe that all Canadian taxpayers should pay the tax that they owe, yes or no?
The Honourable Minister.
I know it's getting late, but the questions are becoming more and more interesting. I believe in a fair tax system where everyone pays their fair share, Mr.
Honourable Member for Calgary East.
Thank you. So when this minister was a Trudeau minister, his government claimed to crack down on wealthy Canadians evading taxes by moving money offshore. Did his government's efforts capture the current Prime Minister's actions setting up offshore investment funds worth $25 billion?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I know the member would have loved to be at the G7 Finance Ministers meeting in Banff because actually he would have seen that Canada put, money laundering at the, the financial call to action. This was an initiative by Canada. He would have been proud. He would have been in the room and applauding when he saw Canada standing up to make sure that we're cracking down on financial.
Honourable Member for Calgary East.
The minister is evading the question altogether. When this Prime Minister was at Brookfield, he set up offshore funds in the most notorious tax havens in Bermuda and the Cayman Islands. Did the government's offshore crackdown cover the Prime Minister's shady activities, yes or no?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Speaker, like I said, I really feel now that he would have been very happy to be with us because he would have seen the leadership of Canada. He would have seen all the other G7 colleagues watching us and say, thanks, Canada, putting that on the agenda as the chair of the G7. We want to combat money laundering.
Honourable Member for Calgary East.
I'd be happy if this minister could actually answer a question. Of the funds the Prime Minister set up, one was headquartered at a local bike shop. Would the government's actions cover this type of tax evasion, yes or no?
The Honourable Minister.
I told him we were not in some bike shop. We were in Banff, Mr. Speaker, a great city in Canada. That's where we had the G7 meeting, and there was 175 media accredited. I'm sure he saw me on TV and he watched the press conference. I know he's this kind of person who would watch the press conference to celebrate Canada.
The Honourable Member for Calgary East.
I assure the minister no one has enough time to watch him. The minister can't answer if these types of actions would be caught. The Prime Minister set this up in 2022 and 2024. When he was financial advisor to Justin Trudeau. Was there a government effort to turn a blind eye to this tax evasion, yes or no?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Who's watching me on TV, I can assure my mother does. But the other thing is that not only that, but he would have seen that the other G7 countries were proud to see Canada. Mr. Speaker, what I don't feel now, because I know it's late for the Conservative, they should be proud about Canada. We're leading the world. We're leading in combating financial crime, Mr. Speaker.
For Calgary East.
As the Minister of Finance, will he commit that any company Brookfield is invested in and the Prime Minister has interest in will not unfairly receive government grants, loans, or funding?
Honourable Minister of Finance.
I have the sense that he really he really now feels that he should have been at that G7 meeting because he would have seen this moment where Canada was on the world stage leading in combating financial crime. Mr. Speaker, I'll think next time if I should send him an invitation because, he would really learn from these discussions.
For Calgary East.
Pipelines are crucial for Canada's economic prosperity. With the weight of his office, will the Minister of Finance push for the construction of new national pipelines?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservative will have a great opportunity. Let me tell that. They can vote for C5, and I'm sure people are anxious. And, there's people watching tonight. He was wondering who's watching. C5 is a...
The Honourable Member for Calgary East.
Does the minister believe a single premier in this country should have the power to veto national energy projects vital for our economic future?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Speaker, I believe in premiers coming together to build this country. We saw that in Saskatoon. We saw Canadian unity, Canadian premiers being...
The Honourable Member for Calgary East.
Does the Finance Minister believe a single premier can veto a project that's in the national interest?
The Honourable...
moment of unity, you should seize that. When you have Canada coming together to build big things together, you should be proud. You should really be proud to see premiers and the Prime Minister working together to build Canada strong.
The Honourable Member for Calgary East.
Does the Minister of Finance believe the oil and gas cap is helpful to building national energy projects, yes or no?
in the oil and gas sector. It's a very important sector in our economy. Mr. Speaker, it provides jobs to Canadians in many parts of our country. I'm proud of these construction workers that are making our country strong.